All right. Good afternoon. We're actually going to be looking at join A in our course. Oh, course. Now, in our previous lesson, we discussed about the foreign key, and we give a few examples of how foreign keys prevent, you know, the breakings of rules on our tables. So, and we actually looked at how foreign keys can actually be useful, to streamline data or to actually store data in different tables. And in our previous lesson, we actually, see how we establish relationship actually between our customer table and a product table. And if I view the table just like in our previous lesson, so if I view the table actually, and if I click on view the table, let me just view the table structure actually. So if I click on the table structure, it is okay. So if you look at the table structure, you see that we have a customer ID. That this ID is actually coming from our it's actually coming from our customer table. So if I click on customer table, I believe we have seen this in our previous lesson. But I just want us to also look at it very well. So you can see that this is the customer ID. So just as I said, they might not be of the same. Let's have it in mind that this particular ID from customers table, is actually relating to an ID. It's relating. It starts as a foreign key actually, in a product table, which we have actually seen previously in our lesson. You can see that this is the product, this is the customer ID. You can see. So, and I told us that the essence of having foreign key is to establish relationship between two data. So today we're actually going to be seeing how we can combine our tables together. So we have achieved what can actually establish relationship to make our tables to be combined together. For example, now let's say we need the customer's name and the products. I guess now we need the customer's name and the products. That is, we need the customer name from customer team and also the product name from the product team, and let's just say precisely price from the product team. Then we need to bring them together to see which customers have this and buy this. So, and that is exactly how we can actually, put data together. We call it in data analytics. So we call it featuring data. So how we can actually, align our data, to search for a particular patterns that can definitely help us. Then we have different types of join. So what is a join? A join clause is used to combine rows from two or more tables based on related column. And we've actually established the related column because this column customer ID is actually relating to the customer table inside the product table that we have here. So then we are now going to look at how we can definitely, select, how we can actually make use of this. So, but before that, let's look at the types of joins that we have. The number one, we have inner join. Inner join returns records. Inner join returns records that have matching values in both tables. Then left join returns all records from the left table and the match records from the right table. Right join returns all records from the right table and the match to the records from the left table. So cross join returns all records from both tables. So, and that is exactly, what we are going to be looking at. So let's now go over and first of all look at the inner join. Now, if you actually want to make use of inner joins in our table, so what we just need to do is that let's say we want to join. We said an inner join keyword select records that have matching values in both tables. Definitely there are matching values in both tables. So in both of the tables, the values that are matched, like if you have like double egg now or something like that, so inner join actually do that. So then let's see how we use it in our SQL. Let's jump back to our query pane, and all we just need to do is, I think we have customer education. So let's overall check customer table. We have name, okay, and education. So then I will return back. So let me just return back to my query pane. Then I have let me check the products so that, because I wouldn't want to have price product name. That's good. Price product name and customer ID. Let me check whether it's the same here. Okay, this one does not have C. This one, the other one has C. Okay, so let me just see. So the right table is the starting point table that we're actually starting with. So if I just say, let me just say select our, let me just say select product name, product name, then comma price, that product name and price. Then then let me just say, let me allow it to also select select product. Okay, let me just say select name. Let us say select name, comma product name, let's say product name, then comma price. Price, we have a price there. The product price or price, okay. So that's, let us say at least name and then product. Select product price. Then from our table one now is from our table one, which is the right table now is the first table, which is customer, from customer or customer. Then we now I'm just trying to break it down so that it can be easy. In a join table, the table 2, which is products, in a join products. Then so on which column do we have the relationship existing. I think we understand this now. On which column do we have the relationship existing? We have the relationship existing on the table 1, which is customer. We now say customer dot, you can see that now. We now use customer dot CUID, then now say equals table 2, which is products. Other at the point of products dot customer ID. So right now, this is a statement for us to do inner join. So inner join actually, brings all the related data between the two tables and give us the result. If I hit OK, you can see this is a problem. Instead of what I write prompt, so let's correct that. It's missing. And great. You can see that it gives us, remember that this name is coming on a customer table. So you can see that it gives us the two data. Are you getting it now? It gives us the data that are actually, are common, that are actually matching value, that has the same matching values, because you know that all columns that have all data that have matching value from both first column, from both first table and the second table, and that is why we now have the two data, which is David then Benza. So you can see how we combine the customer table, I get now, with the product table together. Customers name, then product name, and then the price that the person actually paid. I believe you can see that now. So if I return back, then what is now a note? The inner join keyword select all rows from both tables as long as there is a match between the columns, and that is exactly what has happened. So it selects all the rows in both columns as long as we have a matching values there, which it is actually the two columns, the two tables are matching. They have matching values. So it selects all the columns, select all the rows. It selects all the rows from both tables as long as there is a matching value, and which we definitely have a matching value from customer ID and from product, from customer ID, and then from product / customer ID. These are foreign key and these are primary key, and serving as a foreign key here. So, and that is exactly how this join is actually being done. Then let's briefly look at the left join. So the left join keyword. So the left join returns all records from the left table. Can you see that now? It will returns all the records from the left table and the matching records, if any, from the right table. So from the left table, if I just put left join, let me quickly do something. Just say X. Then let's insert into customer. Insert into customer. Then you now have values. I just want to do something so that the explanation will be okay. Understand it once. So values. Then the values that I just want to insert, let me just say, I think the first value is name. Let me just say ID. That is CUID, customer ID. But let me just put 0 it, then comma if, let me just brackets, then comma the thing that should be name and location. Let me just say this is yeah. Then so let's actually start this record. So the record has actually been inserted. Now the reason why I first of all insert this record is that we said that left join keyword returns all records from the left table and the matching records, if any, from the right table. Can you see that now? So the left table is always the table one that I selected, that is actually relating. I get it now. It's always the mother table, which is in our case the customer table, and the table 2 always the left table, which is the product table. So now let's return back and I'll do left join. So we said left join keywords returns all records from the left table. The left table now is the product table and the matching records, if any, from the right table. So if I now use left join instead of inner join, so I can change this inner join to left join, and let's watch what's going to happen. Left join, left, so left join, and see now left join. Okay, so let me just hit now. That is nice. You know, I told you that the left join keyword returns all records from the left table and the matching records, if any, from the right table. Even when we have none with dragnet, it returns all the records on the left table and the matching records from the right table, which is David, Benza, and Dragnet. You can see that now. So then the next thing I want to do is the right join. So right join is just the opposite of left join. So the right join returns all records from the right table and the matching records, if any, from the left table. So if I just do something like this, I change it to right join. I change it to right join. Right join, and I hit OK. See that now? Watch what right join is saying. Right join tells us that the right join keywords returns all records from the right table. These are records from the right table, and the matching records, if any, from the left table. You know that in our left table, we don't have any matching records that is related to Dragnet. That was why Dragnet was not didn't surface this time around. So that is exactly what right join is all about. Then so we now want to do what we refer to as a cross join. So cross join, the cross join keywords returns all records from both the right and the left table. So cross join, it returns all records from both the right and the left table. So it returns all records from both the right and the left table. So returns all records from both the right and the left table. So if I just place cross join, I use the keyword join, confirm return all records, whether both from right and from left. So if I hit go key, See that now? Yes. So it only returns all the records from both right and left. I think this is not actually this. So I can decide to say, okay, for cross join, let me just decide to use this and just say select, and decide to do this and just say select let me just say product, let me just say select and comma my products if time around from then the word cross join. I can use directly the word cross join like this. Cross join product. Here like this, it will also definitely work. So if I use cross join product, definitely. So if I hit OK, you can see that now. See that it returns all the records. You can see that now. It returns all the records. You can see we have David, Denza, and Dragnet. So it returns all records. When you talk about cross join, so it returns all records from both the right and the left. And that is how cross join also can work. Then we now have the self join. So the self join. So a self join is a regular join, but the table is joined with itself. You know that. So it's just a regular join and the table just joined with itself. So I don't see any reason for this. Then let us look at the union. The union operators. The union operator is used to combine the result set of two or more selected. Okay. So one, So we can just say use union to combine two or more statements, from both tables. So we can use it using union or syntax and also union syntax. So let's see how that one works in SQL. So let's just say, since we are having two people that are selected, we just say select just trying to look at. Let's just say select him, select him, mission customer. Then can I use the keyword union? There's no need of putting join this time around. I say union. That is what we. So union is just the combination of the two tables. So then we can now say union select. Let's just say customer cost ID select cost ID. No, there's no need. Let's just say select product ID, price, what's name from that is from so that each bookie on say unknown column location. option. Is options. So if I return and hit OK, consider now. You can see that it combine everything. We asked him to combine both the name and the locations. Union join it with the price. You can see that now. Union join it with the product ID and price. And you can see that we have the product ID and price, product ID and price. So that is exactly, what union, how we combine data sets together in our table. So we can decide, you can decide to return all duplicates using the union all. Select only distinct, because union select only distinct value. You can see that these are the different values that union selected. So, but if you actually have a repeated value and want to actually combine all the repeated values, together, so we can decide to use union or instead of union. So you can decide to use union or instead of union. So if I run the keyboard or here and then I run, let's check, you can see that now. So if we have duplicated values here, like if you have duplicated price and then duplicated prices, duplicated ID, because most time the product ID, one person can buy the same product, so you can see, so it will actually show up here. And this is exactly what join is all about. Join is very fun, exciting. It gives you flexibility. Join many tables together in as much as you like. So you can establish relationship between tables, in and in, establish relationship between them, and give you flexibility. Join. So thank you for watching. Bye. So for any further questions, sorry for that. So for any questions and any other help that you need, SQL, please, and just message me that I can resume. But as far as the SQL is concerned, data analytics, we covered necessarily. Thank you. Enjoy the rest of